Hello boys and girls, today I'm going to show you how to glaze your clay pinch pot. You'll notice that your clay pinch pot is a different color. It used to be a dark gray when you were making it out of clay, and now it is almost pure white. And that change happened when it went in the kiln. The kiln is that big oven, it's at the high school, that heats up the clay very hot, over 2,000 degrees. Now, if you've ever baked anything with a parent or a grandparent, oftentimes you will set the oven to maybe 350 degrees. This is way hotter than that. And it actually changes the clay. If you tap on it, you can hear a difference in the sound. It sounds almost like glass, and this is called ceramic. It is bisqueware, and it's ready to have glaze painted on. What you'll do is you will look at the different color options. I will have a few on the board, and you'll be able to choose a color. You have to go off of the color you see in the sample because it's not going to look like that right away. I'm going to use light blue for my demonstration. Miss Brown is going to shake the glaze up. Glaze is made out of water and minerals or little bits of clay, sand, and then chemicals that make it change color. If sand is heated up really hot, it turns into glass. And that is why when the clay is done being fired, it will look kind of like glass. So what I will do is I will pour the color you want into a cup that looks like this, just a little bit. And you'll see that it doesn't look very blue yet, and that's okay. The next step is to dip your brush into the glaze, scoop up a nice big bunch, and I'm going to start on the outside first. You need to put glaze on every part of your clay except the bottom. You may not glaze the bottom. When I'm scooping up my glaze, I'm gently brushing it in one direction, a nice thick layer all the way around the outside. It looks shiny because it's wet right now, but I want you to see how it changes once it dries. So make sure you don't glaze the bottom. And if you have the carvings, you'll need to press the brush up and down to get the glaze into all of the carvings that you carved in. Keep on getting more glaze and layer one thick layer over the whole thing. Now, if you scrub back and forth like this, that actually rubs the glaze off and doesn't do anything. So don't scrub it, just gently lay the glaze on. You'll see that once it's starting to dry, it looks kind of like it's sidewalk chalk, or it looks very chalky. That's what we want to happen. You want to glaze one whole layer and the inside as well. Make sure you press the brush in there to get everything covered. If you need more glaze, just bring it up and I will fill in more glaze. And put one whole layer. Make sure every inch is covered. Take your time on this because we want it to look nice and be glazed with craftsmanship. We don't want any little spots left unglazed. So once you have one whole coat, look for any spots that you missed, and then you need to let it totally dry. I shouldn't pick it up, but you can see on this side, you see that it's starting to look chalky and it's getting a lot lighter in color. That's what we want to happen. After it's totally dry and you don't see any shiny parts, it looks all chalky, then you are going to put on another coat of glaze. So this part is dry, so I'll demonstrate here. Remember, scoop a bunch of glaze on your brush and gently brush the glaze on. So you will have 2 layers of glaze. If you scrub back and forth over the same area over and over again, it will actually take your layers off, and we don't want that. We want a nice solid coat of glaze. So make sure you take your time with glazing and glaze 2 layers on your whole pot except the bottom and let it dry in between. Happy glazing!